I'm Katie Ritter, Program Coordinator of Recreation Therapy Services at Ability 360 Sports and Fitness Center. I hope everyone is staying well and trying to enjoy their time at home. For any of the parents or grandparents who are missing out on those arts and crafts that will come home from school because we're getting pretty close to Easter, I have a great alternative, something you can do at home with your kids or for your kids, or something just to have as a fun, festive Easter decoration around the house. I'm going to show you how to make a bunny for your Easter decorations from your toilet paper tubes or any of your paper towel tubes. If you don't have one of these available, you can always use a paper or styrofoam cup. So some supplies that you'll need are paintbrushes, of course. Some paint. I chose 3 colors and we can always mix them together to make different colors. Glue. You'll need a cotton ball for your tail and maybe your fuzzy cheeks. Some cotton swabs to mix your paint or do some detail. A Sharpie, your unused toilet paper tube, some scissors, and I grabbed 3 paper plates. One to rest my toilet paper tube on, one to mix my paint on, and then one to cut out some things you'll need for your bunny. Okay, let's get started. So first I'm gonna take 1 paper plate and I'm gonna put some white paint on it. So I'm gonna paint my bunny white. Perfect. And then you're going to take your toilet paper tube, make sure all that extra toilet paper is off. Sometimes there's a little glue left, which is fine. It can always be the back of the bunny. And take 1 paintbrush and I'm gonna start painting nice and lightly the body. The paint dries pretty quickly. Just try not to do a lot because you can always go back and fill in anything you need. I want to sure to get the edges. Okay, I have 1 coat done. It is pretty dry, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a 2nd coat. Feel free to add as many as you want to make that perfect bunny color. Okay, while you're waiting for the body of your bunny to dry, you can set it aside and grab your unused paper plate to make the ears, the hands, and the feet. I chose a paper plate because it is pretty sturdy, so it'll help keep your ears upright and it'll help keep your feet flat and give a nice sturdy base to your body. So feel free to draw your ears. I drew mine already. I drew the feet and the hands. They can be however big or silly as you want. It is your bunny. So here are mine with my ears. I've got my monster feet over here and my little bunny hands. Once you're all done, you can cut them out with your scissors. Okay, now that you've got your ears, your feet, and your hands cut out, we're gonna go ahead and paint them so they match the body of your bunny. So I'm gonna add a little bit more paint to my plate here. And I left the extra paper plate on the end so it gave me some place to hold, but it'll also help when we glue it down inside. Okay, while you're waiting for all your appendages to dry, go ahead and go back to the body of your bunny. You want to establish the front of your bunny and the back of your bunny, doesn't matter. This is going to be the front of mine, and I'm going to draw eyes on my bunny. Now, if you have googly eyes at home or something else that would work for eyes, use those. I don't, so I'm going to use my permanent marker and make the eyes. Here's my first eye. So I'm first gonna draw an oval shape. Like that. And then at the bottom of the oval, I'm just gonna color in a circle. And you have your eyes. Now that you have your eyes done, we're gonna add a nose, some whiskers, and a little mouth. The nose is just going to be an upside down triangle. And in the mouth, they're just going to be 2 lines coming away from the nose. Okay, let's go back to our ears. We're gonna add some pink detail on it so it looks like the inside of that ear. I don't have pink paint, so I'm going to mix my red and my white to make pink. And I mixed it with a Q-tip, and that's what I'm gonna apply it with. While you're waiting for your ears to dry, you can color in the nose with the same pink paint that you made. While I'm waiting for the ears and the nose to dry, I'm gonna add the tail, some fluffy cheeks, and the belly to the bunny with my cotton ball. I'm just gonna separate it a little bit in that my fluffy cheeks. I've got my tail here and the belly. I'm gonna take some glue. You're gonna apply it first to the front of the bunny in a U shape. And you don't need a lot of glue. But you wanna make sure you fill that U in so the cotton ball sticks to all of it. And then you'll take your cotton and you'll press it in. So it gets all over that glue. And then you can add more, or there's a gap if needed. Okay, now I'm gonna add the fluffy cheeks to my bunny. I'm gonna do it right about there, the start of the nose and the whiskers. Again, just a little bit of glue. This time I'm gonna do it in a circle. I know it's hard to see, there's some shine. And I'm just gonna take my cotton and I'm just gonna stick it on like that. Now if you put too much on, it's okay. You can always trim it once the glue dries. And my second one. And always trim it. Looks kind of funny right now. We'll trim it a little bit. Okay, so I trimmed up my cheeks a little bit. Now that looks a little better. I just took a pair of scissors and gently went around the cotton swab to kind of get those extra fluffs away. If you need to extend your whiskers a little bit, feel free to. Just grab that permanent marker and add some extensions. Here's mine. You can always add teeth to the mouth, maybe eyelashes or eyebrows if you want. And you don't have to put the belly or the cheeks on if you don't want to either. Now that we've got that done, we can start assembling the ears. I'm gonna save the tail to last because it is pretty delicate and I don't want it to fall off. Okay, now we're ready to add the ears. I trimmed the ends of my ears down so they're a little thinner so they'll fit inside. This can be done with glue or tape might be easier. I only have glue. So I'm gonna add some glue to the white parts right here. Not a lot. I want it to dry, just so it covers it. And then you're gonna put it on the front of the bunny, so on the inside towards the face. And once you get it inside, you're gonna just press and hold. I have both my ears done. They kind of crisscross a little bit, which is okay. It's a little cute. We're gonna still let them dry. They are pretty wet. Next, we're gonna add our hands. I painted over my lines that I drew, but you can always add detail to your hands. Maybe you want to do a little bit of pink so it's the pad of the bunny. Completely up to you. I'm gonna bend my paper plate, the white part where I didn't paint. I'm gonna push it back. Okay, I have my hands glued on, kind of funny looking, next to those feet. So the feet, we will leave the unpainted paper plate on it, and this time we're gonna actually fold it up so that when we glue it in the bunny, it stays to the front and gives it a nice support. So just gonna bend it and add some glue to that unpainted part. And then again, on the front of that bunny, we're gonna go inside the tube. And you're just gonna press and hold it until it dries. Everything should be dried. So now you can set your bunny down. He should stand up. If he doesn't, that's okay. You can always lean him against another decoration or the wall or something. Last, we're gonna add his tail. So we're gonna turn your buddy around, add a circular motion of glue, and then add a little bit of your cotton ball. You can make it as big or as little as you want. And then just set it aside for it to dry. Now that everything's dry, you have your Easter decoration. You can give to your grandparents or your parents or keep for yourself. You can always add extra detail if you want, but that's it. So cute. Enjoy!